Yes, my name is Tom Sawyer. I don't want to be no doctor or no lawyer. Fishing by the river, that's the only place to be. I want to be free sitting under a tree, that's me. Tom Sawyer, me and Unc Finn just playing by the river, chasing that steamboat teacher, let me be. I wanna be free sitting under a tree. That's me!
While the theater people were fixing up backstage, some of the kids would be on the stage trying to act out the play they saw the night before.
Back, Claude. No, you're supposed to say to him, away, you Claude.
Okay, here I go. Away, you Claude, or I'll run you through with my sword.
Tom, I don't think we should disturb Lisette and Huck.
It's okay, Becky, don't worry. Huck said I could visit him anytime Lisette was there. You know Huck's my best friend. Besides, I want to see Lisette. I think she's beautiful, and she's a world-famous actress.
I once wanted to become an actress, but I changed my mind.
You never told me that.
Well, my mother
Really?
decided it was better for me to stay home and get an education.
I sure am surprised to hear you wanted to be an actress.
Why? Don't you think I can act, Tom?
Sure, I reckon you'd be as good as Lisette.
Oh, look!
I'll be. Sounds like fun.
Uh-huh.
Hey there, Sid. What you doing at Huck's place?
Lisette's up there visiting Huck, and I'm waiting for her to come down.
What's her being there have to do with you?
Be still, my aching heart. Oh, I think I'm in love and I'm jealous, Tom.
You what?
I want to be in Huck's place and have her sit with me. And I want her to tell me all of her stories.
What? Oh, come on, Sid. You're a heap too young to be talking about falling in love.
How did you happen to know that Lisette was up there with Huck in the first place?
I knew because I followed her from the time she left the hotel until she climbed up there.
What do you say, Becky? Let's surprise them.
Well, I don't know. I still don't think we ought to bother them.
Huck won't care. Hey, Huck, are you up there?
Who's that? Tom. I'm mighty glad you came. Lisette's here visiting with me. Tom, Becky, why don't y'all come up here? We'd love to have you join us.
Hey, Huck, what about me?
What about me? Well, Sid, you're a mite too young, I reckon.
Tom, hello there.
Oh, hello, Lisette. Wait right there. We're coming up.
Oh, dear. I really must get back to the theater. I have a special show to do this evening.
Do you have to leave so soon?
Yes, I promised Mr. Garlic that I would be back right away.
What about tomorrow?
I don't know.
I'm sorry I didn't have no food. I didn't have time to get it today, but for tomorrow, I promise.
Will you really prepare a meal?
Mm-hmm, you bet I will.
I was acting. I wasn't serious, and you really don't have to get much food for me. I'll be back.
I'll get lots of food.
Lisette! Lisette!
Can't you stay a little longer?
No,
Come on, I'll walk you back to your hotel.
you don't have to, Tom. I can find my way back to the hotel myself.
Let me walk you back, Lisette.
No, I don't want to be any trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble at all, ma'am.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. And not only that, but I know a shortcut that nobody else here knows about. Come on, Lisette. Let's go.
Huh? Well, I'll be.
Wait, Sid, I haven't said goodbye. Goodbye, y'all.
Bye, everybody. Come on.
Well, bye-bye.
Bye, Lisette.
Bye-bye, Lisette.
We'll be there in no time.
And so my little brother took Lisette by the hand and they disappeared into the woods. Well, what do you know about that?
That beats all.
Now, don't be angry, Huck, but Sid's got a crush on her, too.
I'm not a bit mad, 'cause Lisette's coming here for supper tomorrow night.
Come on, Huck. Tell me what you two find to talk about when you're alone.
Lisette told me lots of stories about the theater. She also told me that the master of the troupe has bad fights with some of the other actors.
No fooling, Huck? Do they have real sword fights?
I don't have time to tell you any more stories. I've got to go now and fetch some good food for Lisette's supper tomorrow.
Do you want me to come along and give you a hand fetching it, Huck?
No, thanks. Say, what'd you come to see me for?
Well, Becky wanted to talk to Lisette. And I just wanted to look at Lisette.
You too?
What? No, I just wanted to invite her for supper before she leaves town.
When is she going, Tom?
In 2 days. Didn't Lisette tell you she's going to be acting in other places?
But, oh...
What's the matter with you, Huck? I've never seen you like this before. Are you okay?
I thought... Oh, well...
Don't worry, she'll be back next year.
Huh? Next year?
Oh, I guess you are powerful sweet on Lisette after all then, huh?
I never had no idea I could feel this way.
Well, Huck Finn weren't nobody's idea of a ladies' man, so I was real surprised that him and Lisette had been sparking. I weren't surprised, though, that Huck found them feelings mighty unfamiliar. I'm going to the play tonight.
You're what?
Why don't we all go to the play this time?
You mean the new traveling show?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think so. You've seen it already.
Please, Aunt Polly, I want to see it again.
Wouldn't be surprised if it's nothing but a bunch of monkey business, Tom.
But this will be the last performance. I want to see it.
No. Just finish your food and go to bed, Tom. You hear me?
Well, see if I invite you again.
It's a good show.
That's very nice to hear.
Tom,
The show's on. I can hear it.
I have to keep my hand up like this even when I'm sleeping. It ain't easy. I don't want to mess it up.
What's wrong with your hand, Sid?
Lisette held this very hand all the way from Huck's cabin, and I'm never gonna wash it again for the rest of my natural life.
Why, that's stupid. It'll
It is
fall
not.
off.
Well, my love's the only thing that matters.
Your love?
That's right.
Wow.
My love's gonna go on forever.
That's the craziest thing I ever heard about in all of my born days.
No, it ain't. I love Lisette just as much as Huck does, and even more. Understand?
But you're just a kid.
That don't make any difference. A kid can fall in love just like anyone else.
I'll be danged if you ain't serious.
You bet I'm serious.
Oh. Oh, my aching back.
Mark my words, theater's the ruination of young'uns.
Well, sure ain't helping young Sid none, or Mr. Huckleberry neither.
Well, Jim was sure 100% right about that, 'cause Sid and Huck were both acting plain crazy over Lisette. Of course, I weren't worried too much about Sidney. That was just kid stuff. But old Huck had a tendency to take the bull by the horns, if you know what I mean. I reckon it was partly my fault for not thinking about it when Huck invited Lisette over for supper. I knowed he didn't have any money, but what with one thing and t'other, I just didn't put two and two together.
Yeah, Lisette'll love some fresh milk. I hope she don't empty the tank.
Pods, Podkins, Mr. Garlic! Mr. Garlic!
Just a moment, please. I shall be there presently. Well, Edmund, what is it?
Princess, Mortifying news, sir.
Say it, man.
Mr. Dodd and Miss Russell have vanished, sir.
What?
Their belongings are gone as well. Either they've left or they've been kidnapped.
What? Are you mad? Who would kidnap an actor? We have to find them at once, do you hear?
We are compelled or we forfeit the show.
How could seasoned performers have done such a thing?
Quite theatrical of them.
Yes, indeed.
Have you any inkling?
I've sensed a romantic relationship between them for weeks.
You mean they're in love? Great Milton, I'll don my coat and join you.
Perhaps we can apprehend them at the landing. Quickly, Edmund.
Good, sir.
That should do it. Bossy may be old, but she give a fine pail of milk. I sure hope she left enough for Lizette. Shucks, there ought to be enough there for half the state of Missouri. Ma'am, all I need is a little of your milk. Now, how in the thunder do these handles work? Not a drop. Come on, cow, I know you could make some more milk if you was of a mind to.
Mr. Garlic! Mr. Garlic! Sir? Mr. Garlic?
Just a little more milk, please, cow. I promised Lisette.
Boy, that ain't the way to milk a cow.
Uh-oh.
What you doing here anyway?
I was just trying to get enough milk to make supper for my friend.
My. If it ain't the little troublemaker Huckleberry Finn in person.
Yeah, I'm Huck all right, but please don't tell anybody I was here, will ya?
I wonder where they could have gotten to.
Ben, did you come in to see the show again last night?
Sure did, like every other night.
Did Huck come to see it too?
Don't know, I didn't see him, but I was busy watching the show the whole time.
Well, I was just surprised he's not hanging around the stage right now.
Tom?
Oh, good morning,
You see
Lisette.
no... Any of the troop?
No.
If any of them were here, I would have seen them.
Did you look in the hotel?
Yes, but they weren't there.
I just remember, I did see a couple of them standing down on the boat landing earlier this morning.
Oh. They must have gone to buy the boat tickets for the trip.
What?
Hey, Lisette.
Yes?
You reckon we can visit some more before you go away?
I might not have the time.
Ain't nothing to it when you knows what you about. That's the way you get your milk, you see, up and down, like this.
Yeah.
I've been milking these cows since I was just a little child, Huckleberry. Well, now, I reckon this'll be enough.
I thank you, ma'am.
Make sure you takes the back road so the master don't see you.
Thanks. Ooh. Eggs. Yeah.
Old Huck has always been plenty resourceful, especially when it comes to scaring up something to eat. But this time it was a labor of love, and there was just no holding him down. You might say he was plumb inspired.
Ah. Okay, now all I need is some fresh fruit.
Hey, Lisette, hold on. Ben and me was just wondering, do you need any help looking for Mr. Garlic and the others? Oh.
Thank you, Tom and Ben. I'll go up and see if they've come back yet. If you see them first, please come up to my room and tell me, because I'm becoming concerned.
Sure will.
I hope they're nearby. Mr. Garlic!
Lisette, I was afraid you had run off as well. I'm so glad you're here.
Run off, sir?
Mr. Dodd and Miss Russell have run off together. They've disappeared, vanished. I'm just as shocked as you are, I assure you. Sometime during the night, they packed their belongings and departed, which leaves our company bereft of the leading actors for tonight's performance.
What possessed them to
It's
do such a
absolutely
thing?
incredible.
One would think they'd have shown some regard for us.
They apparently do not share our love of the theater.
Couldn't we do an adaptation of The White Rose?
Adaptation? What do you mean?
What if I were to play Miss Russell's part? I know all the lines.
Perhaps in a few years. What news, Mr. Keene?
Pardon? Miss Lisette, you discussed your birthplace, New Orleans, with Mr. Dart and Miss Russell, did you not?
Yes, that's quite correct. So?
Lisette, we have reason to believe that New Orleans is their present destination. And that the delinquent couple plans to be married there thanks to your grandiose description of that town.
My? You say my?
It was completely unintentional, I'm sure, but your persuasiveness has resulted in our being unable to perform tonight, Lisette.
Meaning that we have to leave?
I'm afraid so, dear.
Oh.
Without them, we have no choice.
Sir, I shall repair to the stage and begin packing the sets and props.
Good.
Sir?
Yes, child?
Sir, would you permit me to spend some time with a friend before we leave?
There's so much to be done. There's little time.
Perhaps after we're packed, then.
But we must avail ourselves of the first possible transport. No. I'm sorry, Lisette, but there's not a moment to lose. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
These are some fine-looking melons. I don't reckon the farmer will miss just a few, especially being that they're for such a good cause. Yeah. Hey, tomatoes. I could make her a salad. Huh? Uh-oh. Nice day. Well, a little warm maybe, but...
You little thief, put it back, you hear? I'll teach you, you thieving little varmint! If I get my hands on you, I'll tar and feather you! Hang you out in my cornfield to keep the crows away!
I ain't gonna go without...
Got you now!
Excuse me, mister. Thank you.
Why, you
Whoa!
Stop! Thief! Stop!
You have a good day now, you hear? Phew, that was close.
All right now! Four of you men fold that canvas. The rest of you keep breaking down that stage. Careful of that trapdoor.
Well, finally. Mr. Keene, Lisette, would you please make haste with those trunks? Quickly, I pray you.
Yes, sir.
Lisette, can we help out in any way?
Thanks, Tom. You're very kind. Oh, Tom, listen. Would you please deliver a message to Huck?
Huh? You've got to see Huck.
I want to, but you heard what Mr. Garlic said.
I'll pack the trunks.
You don't know I'm Mr. Garlic.
Gee, Huck's fixed a real banquet for you.
Lisette!
Coming.
Oh, well. I'll tell Huck Mr. Garlic wouldn't let you come.
Tom? Tell Huck that I really wanted to visit him today, and I thank him sincerely for the feast he has prepared.
Bye.
Thank you, Tom, for doing what circumstance prevents me from doing myself. Oh, I wish I could just stay here and make friends and go to school. But how would I do that? The theater's the only family I've ever known. More than Huck has ever known. He needs family and friendship as much as I do. Life seems so unfair sometimes. We could have been friends forever. Oh! What a perfectly delightful meal you've prepared.
Howdy. I'm so happy that you came.
Why, of course I came.
Hope you don't mind potluck. I just threw it together. It don't amount to a lot. I'm sure you're used to better.
Huckleberry, you're so precious.
This was one message I dreaded delivering to my friend Huck Finn. Huck, you home?
Huh? Well, howdy, Tom. What is it?
You better sit down, Huck. I'll be right there. I didn't hardly know what to expect when I got up to Huck's treehouse, but I know when he sets his mind on something, he goes all out. And he had really set out a feast for Lisette that anyone would be proud of. Jehoshaphat, how'd you get all that?
Well, you might say I just found it.
Say, it's the best feast you've ever stole, Huck, and that's something.
Say, I don't want to rush you, Tom, but Lisette's due any minute.
Lisette can't make it, Huck. This is from Huck. Hope you like it. He asked me to deliver it personal for him. He didn't want to come to say goodbye because he was afraid he'd cry.
Tom, I'm just overwhelmed.
I reckon you like Huck as much as he likes you, huh? I'll tell Huck. I know he'll be real happy to hear about that, Lisette. Goodbye, Lisette. I hope we meet again someday.
I'll be back.
Lisette!
Huh?
Lisette!
Oh my!
Lisette, I heard you were going away.
I'm so glad you came, Sid.
You can't leave.
I'll be coming back someday.
Will you visit me?
Yes, to visit you. Every one of you.
Oh, no. Lisette.
So long. Bye. Write us a postcard if you get a chance, Lisette.
Goodbye, Lisette.
So long, Lisette.
So long, Lisette.
We were all very sorry to see the David Garlic Theater troupe leave town. Life sure was exciting in these here parts while they were in St. Petersburg. As I was waving, I thought of the long, hot, boring summer days ahead.
Well, so long, pretty lady. I'm really gonna miss you. I hope you won't forget me, Lisette. I'll never forget you. I love you. I love you, Lisette. Don't forget me. I miss you already. Goodbye now, Lisette. Don't forget me.
Huck and me never spoke about Lisette again. But each time a steamboat would stop at St. Petersburg, Huck would rush down to the docks. I'm sure he was hoping that Lisette was coming back. Many other traveling shows passed through our town, but the David Garlic Theater never returned.
These are the stories of Tom Sawyer. Me and Huck Finn just playing by the river, chasing that steamboat teacher.